Welcome back, everybody. Match day 3 in Portugal this weekend, and it brings us the very first Clásico of the season. The 244th playing of FC Porto against Sporting Club. What a night it promises to be. Those of you that were with us last time out when we covered this game earlier on in the year will remember a somewhat unforgettable night. The game might have descended at the end into chaos, but the match itself was one of the best we saw last season. Now, coming into the game, there's been a lot written and a lot talked about, so let's round up what's been said across all the medias today, including some of the quotes from the press conferences of Sergio Conceição and Ruben Amorim earlier today. Amorim feeling a little bitter, according to Sergio Conceição. Not really very difficult to understand. Why really is it, after losing a player of such significance just days before what is one of the biggest games on the calendar? Those feelings might be being replicated by Roger Schmidt as well in the next couple of days if, as expected, Benfica do lose Ramos to either somewhere in the Premier League or maybe even PSG before that transfer deadline ends. Back to a Clásico meeting number 244 then between these two clubs. Porto lead with 88 victories to 83. But the recent run of form for Sporting Club in this game is not good. In the Liga, they have not won in the last 11. 2016-17, the last home win. 2015-16, the last time they went to Dragão and won. And ironically, the key player in both of those two games is a player who is still very much on the books at the moment, although he's primed for a move back to Liga. And that is Slimani. Scored 3 goals in those 2 victories, but is unlikely to be playing any part whatsoever tomorrow. Well, that is it. I do hope you can join me and Scott Minto, maybe on social media from 7:30 tomorrow. That'll be on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube live. We will be rounding up all the latest news coming into the game. We'll have the latest team news and formations. We will look back on the last week in Portugal. Scott was doing the game between Benfica and Dinamo Kiev, so we'll talk a bit about that as well as rounding up everything else of significance. Then from 2015 we will be live on BT Sport. We will have a preview of the game. We will be looking back to last week's fixtures, and we will look back as well at how it all panned out on that really rather dramatic night the last time these two met. We're hoping for less red cards tomorrow night, but a game though equal in terms of drama. Sporting, remember, came out and roared to a 2-goal lead before they were eventually pegged back for a 2-2 draw. I hope you can join us. Promises to be a great night of football in Portugal at the Dragão. It is Porto against Sporting in the Clásico. Join me and Scott Minto. Till then, bye-bye.